Hi, I'm Brian.
Hey, I'm Merisa.
And this is Human Coupling, the show about what it means to be human and be in a couple. So whether you're married, divorced, dating, or don't know where you land, we're here to help.
Hey everyone, it's Merisa. Welcome to July 2016 and surprise, it's our anniversary show. Hey there, Mr. Brian.
Hey there, Marissa. How are you? How's everybody out there in podcast land tonight?
Everyone's doing great, I hope, because they're here with us for a full year. Oh my gosh!
Yay!
Oh man, can you remember our first show, Brian?
I can. I can't believe it's been a year already.
I cannot believe it's been a year already. So since we're official now, because we passed the year mark, we are going to do a show all about the other shows we have already done. Aren't we lazy?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's real lazy, like everybody else does when they have to find
course.
something to fill the season.
Exactly. That's what they do. They bore you with recaps of shit you've already watched. So that's what we're going to do for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Mr. Brian, can you tell me what inspired you to think of us, wife, husband, doing a podcast together?
I had nothing else better to do. No.
Oh, whatever.
Actually, it's really kind of interesting. And this happened a couple of weeks ago. We went to Comic-Con 2016.
Mm-hmm.
However, last year, which was 2015, when we first went to Comic-Con, there was a section with all the different podcasts all about different sci-fi and nerd-centric kind of things. And I just thought it was so cool because I had done radio when I was in college, when I was an undergrad in college for 4 years, actually. And I always loved doing it, but, radio is a dying thing, and it's a dying art. But I said, how could you do it and do something that you want to do? And so I said, I've heard about this thing called podcasts. So I went and I spoke with a bunch of the guys and gals that were doing the podcasts at Comic-Con, and it sounded simple enough. And then, Marissa and I, and please chime in at any time here, Marissa, we were talking and said, we don't see in the media any interracial, intercultural, interability couples. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. I'm just letting you take the lead because I'm always with the one waxing idiotic.
Oh, okay.
Since we're
I
doing
see.
a serious show recapping our fundamentals,
I see. So
I'm letting you take the lead.
yeah. So I didn't see any intercultural, interability, interracial couples out there in the media. And I said, as a therapist and as a good friend, I have all my friends always talking to me about their relationship issues and different things they're dealing with. And, that we were such a great couple and we do all these wonderful things. And how the heck do we do it? And what's our secret? So I said, maybe it might be a good idea to start a podcast.
And it's a great reason to keep talking and talking and talking.
And waxing idiotic like we always do.
And now other people listen to us. It's so weird.
Which is mind-blowing, by the way, because I never thought anybody would want to listen to me wax idiotic for a year, but
maybe
here we
it's
are.
because you use the word wax idiotic. How's that?
That could be.
Is
that
the
could be
reason?
very much so.
Is that the reason because you use big fancy words from Webster's dictionary?
It's possible.
Okay, well then that's great. So everyone, yes, I'm cutting off Brian now because it's my turn to talk. Okay, so I've had fun exploring the relationship genre with everyone and with my husband, of course, who he's the one with the major degrees. He's the one with the major degrees. He's the one with all the education. So it's fun for me to chime in all the time because I am just experienced life-wise. So I'm happy that people are willing to take my little tidbits and run with them. So I think that's great. That's what I got from this for the year, Brian.
Well, you know what she's not saying, folks?
What am I not saying? What?
She's not saying that she was actually responsible for the name and the idea for the show, actually.
Well, those are like the superficial things.
Not really. If it wasn't for your idea and your name, we wouldn't be sitting here right now recording this podcast.
Okay, well, yeah. All right. Thank you, Brian, for acknowledging
You're welcome.
my contributions. You're so wonderful. And since this is my
Seriously?
acceptance speech, I want to thank, our creator and my mama. Yes.
And she gets me not to speak too fast because, I'm from New York and I speak very fast.
And we can't help it, folks. We try our best to hide that accent the best way we can, right? And I know he does because, he's a Brooklyn boy, born and raised, and, he tries his best to be, non-crazy with the tones. I
It's
think
very,
you did
very
a great
difficult,
job
though.
this year. You're pretty good. I think we've improved our sound. We've
Certainly.
improved our our topics are pretty okay. I don't think all the time that we stay on topic. I think that's the number one thing that I want to work on. I want to figure out a way for us to always stay on topic. But that's not going to happen because
No.
my brain goes a mile an hour, and so does his because he's super genius. So it's like, ugh,
Well,
we cannot keep it together.
And I kind of like the fact that we don't always stay on topic. I like the fact that it's not so professional and polished that it sounds like something on
we're
NPR.
not professional and polished.
Because we're not
never
really.
say that about us. Professional and polished. Shut the hell up.
You know what? But if people want to listen to professional and polished, they're not
Yeah.
tuning into Human Coupling Podcast.
They're not tuning into us for professional and polished.
No.
I don't know why they're tuning into us. I just want to say thank you for that because I know we're a little kooky. So sticking around with us and listening to this, that's good. Because, hey, sometimes you do want to listen to something different. And if we can provide that for an audience, that's what I'm happy that I'm doing. I'm happy that I'm doing it the way that I want to and bringing up topics that I've heard about that I want to share with people and that people are willing to listen to it. So that's good.
You know what blows my mind is
What was
we have
that?
fans as far away as China and Dubai and all these countries, Lithuania. We have a lot of folks from Lithuania that like to listen to us. And I think it's wonderful. Hello to you and all those other fans and friends of ours around the world.
Oh, yeah. What's up, people?
To be sitting in my little apartment in Denver recording this podcast in our makeshift studio.
In our little apartment building in our mountain
that
town.
I think it cost us $100 to build our little quote-unquote studio. It's not anything crazy.
Isn't that a salute to freaking free marketing and just
And free speech,
free
really.
speech and all that stuff? Isn't that a salute to say, okay, look, I have an idea and I want other people to hear my idea. So what can I do? Oh, wait, I can get that done because the internet is right in front of my face. And if I just buy some equipment, holy crap, I can put my nonsense out to real people.
God bless the intertubes.
God bless the intertubes because they made it available for us to do whatever we want. I mean, the one thing that I love the most about the internet is that you can learn things via voice or via picture media. Like, I love YouTube. YouTube is funny to me because you could just videotape yourself combing your hair, and all of a sudden, if you get enough people to enjoy it, you're a friggin' guru. It's awesome.
It's true. We haven't reached guru status
We
yet.
are not gurus, no. I am
I'm
not
hoping
a
to,
makeup
though. It would be
guru.
nice.
Okay, so the biggest gurus on YouTube are the makeup gurus because they're awesome. And, of course, the hair gurus because there's all kinds of different hairstyles, all kinds of different makeup.
You know, talking about going off of topic, dear.
Well, I'm just saying, this has to do with the topic. The
I
topic
know, I'm
is
messing with you.
someone making something, putting it out there for people to view and them enjoying it. And that's wonderful. And all these people who have taken time out of their day to put this together and to share it with the world and for the world to be like, oh my God, this is really cool.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what I'm talking about. That's what free market is. You get to do what you want because
Forget
aren't
the
you tired of the
FCC and we're going to
boringness
do what we
that-
need to do.
Yeah, aren't you tired of the boringness that is the mainstream media? Don't you want something different?
I am. I mean, even sometimes with some of the topics we do, I have to be really creative
Yeah, we
in
do.
how I post things because the YouTube censors will censor it and they
Yeah,
will,
but
they will
happily
stop
we
it.
have other media markets, so that's good.
Yes, so I'm
Yes.
very happy, and I'm not downplaying YouTube at all. I'm very grateful for
No,
it.
we love our SoundCloud because
We do.
SoundCloud you can just put out whatever you have and it's cool, and it's international basically. It is super
It's an
international.
amazing platform, and we love it. And
Yeah.
we love all our followers on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Yes, Twitter and Facebook was the hardest thing to do because I'm like, you have to always be on Twitter and you have to always be on Facebook and you have to always have new content. You're always saying something every minute. And
You know,
I can't be one of those people who's like
Exactly,
putting content
exactly.
out every 5 seconds. It's nuts. Like, I don't know how those big shows
Well,
have
you know how
the
they
time
do-
to do it.
they actually have people that are hired specifically to do
Well,
that.
yeah, they have.
We don't
they
have
a
people that are
media
hired to do
team.
anything.
Yes, Brian. One day we are going to be so super fly and awesome. We're going to have a media team.
So you know what I need to ask you since this
What
is
would that
a
be?
anniversary / retrospective show.
Retrospective.
What was your favorite moment or favorite segment or favorite anything about this past year's show?
Well, my favorite show was when we had your mother on.
Really?
Because, no, I'm not lying here. My favorite show of the years was when you had your mom on.
Hi, Mom.
Because everyone says hi, Mom, and he's a guy. He's going to say hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Well, it was really cool because it was so interesting to hear your mom, you know, and for her to share some information about her relationship with your dad. And I'm sure you learned some shit about your parents that you're just like, what? I never knew that.
I did. It was quite interesting.
Isn't that cool to hear that? You're so cool and you're so good and you're such a good son that your mom is like, yes, I'll be on your show, Pookum.
She also just likes to be in the spotlight for 15 minutes or a half hour, and that's also awesome.
Because, listen right now and right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen good. Without your mom, you're no one. And if you don't 100%. Love your mom, I'm sorry for you because moms are like super cool and dads are the bomb.
Yes.
So without parents, you're not going to be anything because you need somebody to inspire you. And so remember, not because they're your blood means they're your parent. People have different types of parents. People have family parents. People have sisters that are parents, brothers that are parents, cousins, aunties, uncles, and just people who take care of you. That's your family. And those are the people who support you. So if you have people supporting you, you can go on to do all kinds of madness. And I love that. And I love our little idea here for our podcast that we're still doing because we're still interested in it and people are still interested in listening.
That's very true. Although, you know, we don't always do it every week the way we were supposed to because life gets in the way.
Life gets in the way and Marissa gets lazy.
But I think we want to try and do a little better this new year.
Are we? Are we going to do better?
Yeah, you know, and we have such interesting ideas for shows that are coming up. Very different
but we don't want to be controversial, right?
Oh, no, I don't mind being controversial.
No, we're not supposed to be controversial. The FCC is listening.
Let them listen. You know,
I don't know.
A lot of what we do is because we want to talk about things that nobody's willing to talk about.
And that's always good.
We do it in a funny way, but we do it with a lot of serious intention to try to help folks in whatever way possible. And there were several times when I received emails from our constituents out there, from our listeners, where they gave us either ideas for shows or said how it actually impacted their lives and impacted their relationships or impacted their worldview. And I have to say, I'm so glad to be able to do that.
Yeah, those are always really good when you get people to join in and just contribute. It's so much fun, right?
Now, I think I'm going to talk about my favorite show.
Oh, did you want me to ask you that? Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Let me get all serious. Let me put on my,
Oh, stop.
Let me put on my radio voice. Hold on. Brian, what was your favorite show?
Well, my favorite show actually was our second podcast, although I was sick as a dog and you can hear it on there.
He was coffee and all nasal. I love when you're nasal.
And the sound wasn't very good because I sucked at it. But the...
But you learned. It's okay.
The content was my favorite, and that was the Not So Ordinary Duo was the name of that particular show with our
good friend Shelly. Hi,
Shelly. You know, we always say hi to Shelly in hopes that she'll actually listen, and sometimes she does.
She tries her best.
But, you know, I think the fact that we were able to do that show on the weekend of the Supreme Court decision for marriage equality, allowing everybody to marry whomever they choose, with impunity now, I think it was so timely. Wasn't planned.
No, that was just a spur of the moment kind of thing.
But to be able to talk about subjects that were right on the tip of the tongue of the consciousness of our country here in the United States was awesome.
So you feel that we contributed properly to, you know, what's going on in our culture?
I hope so.
Awesome.
You know, that's
I totally
my goal,
can say that now.
Really.
I can totally say that. I contributed to a cultural moment, and I feel good that I have done that. And as you can tell, I am never serious.
I think my answer to that would be, yay!
Well, see, that's a part of us, too. I'm always over here making stupid jokes, and he's always over there trying to bring it back to serious, which... good for him, but I'm never going to be serious, so
you know,
sorry.
I don't always want to be serious, but I also don't always want to be silly.
No, that's your job, though. That's your job. You're supposed to be the serious one, and I'm supposed to just be the
goofball?
Cultural expert. I'm going to call myself that now. I'm going to coin that phrase, Brian. I am a cultural expert.
She's the cultural expert, folks. You heard it here.
In legalese, I am the layperson who is here to just give, you know, reasonable opinion on said topic.
Now, I'm nowhere near an expert on a lot of the topics that we speak about.
Come come
It's
on,
just
you
kind
do
of an
well.
opinion.
You got like licensure and degrees and stuff. I
They're
find
just
that
pieces
to be
of paper,
good.
man. They're just pieces of paper.
They're pieces of paper, which in America cost hundreds and thousands of gosh darn dollars.
Well, it's true. You know, one of the
You gotta
things.
remember that. You gotta remember the degrees underneath our bed there. That's about what? What did you say? $350,000 worth of
$250,000.
exactly of education. There's a house underneath my freaking bed, people. Yeah. So
Yeah.
whether he likes to admit it or not, he is qualified to give you the information that he does.
I am, but I try to remain humble, folks.
Humble is for bullshitters, and we're not bullshitters, so we're
No,
not humble.
no.
Ha ha.
So, you know, we've had some really interesting shows.
Yes.
Some really funny shows.
And some really
silly
stupid shows. Don't forget our stupid shows.
Stupid
'Cause
shows, yes.
once in a while, we like to do stupid shows. Like when we do couples activity and we just share the fact that we went out for the night. Like, come on now. What the hell is that? Couples activity is basically, hey, I went to the movies and it was awesome. You should hear about it.
Well, you know, it's not like we're going to do a play-by-play of our sex lives, are we?
No, well, we did a couple little tidbits with Adult Time, those two shows.
Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't specific.
No, it wasn't specific, but it was still something fun like that, right?
Although our last episode of Adult Time talking about the Bang Fit,
Well, see, that was
fun.
a silly show.
That was fun.
It was
I
a silly
enjoyed that
show,
quite a
and
lot.
it was something that was going on, and it was like, oh my god, our friend shared that information with us, and we were like,
It was
dude.
Miss Shelley again.
Yes, once again, Shelly's being crazy and influencing us, so blame her for the Bang Fit show, not us. It was just too funny not to talk about, and since I have a platform where I can talk about stuff that I think is hilarious,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. So hello.
Yeah, if you don't like it, that's okay.
That's okay. It was really adult topic, and we warned. We said, hey, this is not for the kiddies. This is not something you should be listening to on speaker.
No. We said
That was
not
fun.
suitable for work.
No,
What
this
that?
was
NSFW, not suitable for work.
God.
Is that what
you
they
know
call
what
it?
I hate the most in the world? Acronyms. Okay,
Yes.
everything has to be a friggin' acronym. Why, people?
She
Why?
says that as we have monikers all over our website with the HC logo, but that's okay.
Whatever, but I'm making up something. These people are making things that don't need to be an acronym into acronyms. Just
True.
because they don't want to say the entire word.
Very, very true. But
See,
we can thank
diatribe. What's
social
up?
media for that.
Well, because you don't
Yeah.
want to have to text the entire name, right?
I know, yeah,
You-
it's
you
true.
don't want to. That's what happened. Like, instead of saying IDO, like I do, it's ID, you know.
Yeah,
Or-
I don't.
Or
know.
my favorite from Big Bang Theory, when he said, away from keyboard.
AFK.
Yes, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, they didn't make that up, but it.
I know
but
they didn't
is-
make it up,
is
Brian, but I'm
the
just saying.
truth.
I thought that was my favorite. That is my favorite acronym, folks. I'm sorry.
AFK. All
Away
right.
from keyboard, yes, because you know what? That has plenty of different connotations, people. What up?
Exactly.
So anyway, yeah, so these are topics that we spoke about previously. They were fun to us, so we decided to take 30 minutes out of our lives and put it together in a meteor
And
spoof.
ruin your lives too.
Ruin your lives by making you have to listen to that. But then we did lots of topic on like romantic stuff, like how to be in a relationship and take time for each other, and how to be nice to each other, and how to remember that yes, a relationship is a long-term situation, and getting to know another person and dealing with their bullshit day in and day out is not for the faint of heart. So
It is an Ironman triathlon. It is not a sprint,
So
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
love shows that we did that reminded people of that. And if you want to, you can go to our website and you can check those out because they're still up, available for you to listen to and giggle at.
Yes. They're available on our Facebook page, on YouTube page, on SoundCloud, and on
page.
Twitter as well.
Exactly, because we're all over the darn place. Because when you do a podcast, you have to put a media campaign together. You have to have media stuff. Now, we might not be on like all the cool.
No, we're
media.
not. We're not
I'm
on.
not on Instagram. Like, what would human coupling?
I don't
do
know.
on,
You know,
on
human
Instagram?
coupling. If we ever decide to go to the next level and start doing video recordings, then I guess
But
that
do
would
people
be
really
it.
want to watch us sit here in our not our living room, in our living space and talk? Like,
I don't know. There are those out
it's
there.
kind of weird.
Howard Stern did it very successfully, so I don't know.
I think he did a great job at that. That's really cool. But we're no Howard Stern, so
No,
it's like
no, we're
I don't
not.
know if I would record this on video. Like, is that something people would want? I don't know.
I don't know.
Folks,
I really couldn't tell you.
You'll have to tell us. Let us know. Do you think this is something that you want to see on video? Do you really want to see me sitting here picking my nose? Like, seriously.
Yeah, please, because
do you
truthfully,
want to see that?
the folks out there don't know what we look like. And we did that on purpose. We took a page out of the Gorillaz book or Daft Punk because we wanted the work to stand for itself.
Exactly, because once you see the person that you like and you like their voice, once you see them, you're like,
Although I don't know who would like my voice.
You look nothing like I thought you would. Like, come on, man. If you hear me, I sound like a little chickmunk, but like if you see me in person, you're like, no, the voice does not go.
I don't like my voice either, but I don't think any of us do.
But you know how it is. People will just pick out one thing about you that they don't like when they look at you, and then they'll just be like, nah, I want to listen to him. I don't like the fact that he looks like that.
Exactly.
He has brown eyes. How dare he?
I know. He has a bald head. Oh, my goodness.
Or if you see me right now, like right now, I have a big giant afro because I'm like, dude, I don't want to comb my hair right now because, like, it has been raining in Denver for weeks on end. So having a nice, beautiful hairstyle is boring. So I just want to go out, be natural, and have huge, giant hair, which is my favorite.
So as we're coming toward the end of our show here, Marissa.
Oh, already. As usual, we're at the end. I'm waxing idiotic, and Brian keeps us on topic. Love him.
So I want to know, really.
What?
Where do you see our show going in the future, even if it's not, long in the future, even for this next coming year?
Well, honestly, I don't know because with every show, it develops and you do what you think is right. And you put out there what you think people will want to hear and participate in. So I hope for the next year or 2016, I hope for 2016 that
2017.
Yeah, I hope that we just continue putting something out that people like. And if the format changes, it just changes because when the format changes, that means you're getting better and that means that you're in it for the long run. So that's good, right?
That's correct.
So what about you?
The one thing that I would like to see us do, whether it's actually going to happen or not, I don't know.
What is that?
But now we have some of the equipment to be able to do it, is I'd like to take human coupling on the road. And,
on the road? What do you mean?
Well, we met some interesting folks at Comic-Con, and we've met some folks along the way, and it would be really hard for them to come to our little makeshift studio and do a podcast, but I think it would be really interesting for us to find a place to go and interview folks and put that up on our social media websites and see what it's like to have a few more guests on the show.
Oh, so you want to be like an interview talk back kind of situation. Oh,
yeah, maybe a couple. Yeah, I think it could be pretty interesting.
That'll be fun because then we did a couple of those during the year where we spoke to different folks, so that should be interesting. It's always good to have a guest. It's always good.
Yeah, and I'm going to be working over the next couple of weeks to see how we can make that become a reality because I think it would be really
I'm gonna be scared because I have to talk
fun.
to people. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be scared.
I can think of a couple of folks that we've mentioned here on the podcast, some friends of ours that I wouldn't mind having on the show and seeing what they think, especially some folks that we met even at Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago that were about coupling stuff, and that's all I'll say about that, so I don't ruin anything in case we don't do it.
Okay, all right.
But I think it would be interesting.
Okay, so that should be fun. So, guys, as usual, I had a great time talking to you, and I hope you had a great time listening to me.
And that's all we have to say for our anniversary show.
Yes.
Okay, so
bye-bye now.
Hey out there in podcast land, it's Brian from The Couple. Do you want more of the laughter, love, and hijinks that is the Human Coupling Podcast? If so, like us on Facebook, friend us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, follow us on SoundCloud, follow us on Google+. Would you like to let us know how we're doing or let us know how you're doing? Or do you have an idea for a show topic? If so, send us an email at humancoupling@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye now.